Imagine you discover a medicine that cures stress, anxiety, burnout, disconnection from family, disconnection from Hashem. It's free and it's delivered to your home weekly. And it works every single time. Now, imagine not taking it. That, says the Dubno Maggid, is Shabbat. In this week's Parsha, Parshas Vayakhel, Moshe gathers all of the Bnei Yisrael and he says, Eila Advarim, these are the things that Hashem wants you to hear. And the very first thing he reminds them of is Shabbat. But we just reminded and just mentioned Shabbat last week and many, many times before. So the question is, what makes Shabbat so important that the Torah is constantly repeating it? The Dubno Maggid gives a mashal. There's a wealthy father who has many children who are constantly getting sick. And their beloved family doctor always finds a way to heal them. And the children love him. One day, the children all get very, very sick, very serious. But this time, they refuse to take the medicine. And their father rushes to the doctor. He's devastated. And the doctor says, why are you upset with me? I gave them the medicine. They just won't take it. And the father replies, exactly. If I didn't have a doctor, that would be one thing. But to have the medicine and not take it, that's the greatest pain. Shabbat is our medicine. It's the antidote to the illnesses of weekday life, of stress, of distraction, of all of the screens, of all the noise, of the pressure, of the endless, rat race of doing of life. Shabbat blocks out the world so that we can breathe again. We can reconnect both with ourselves, with our families, and with Hashem. And the Dubno Maggid is telling us, when we have this incredible gift with this spiritual medicine, and we refuse to take it, that's the tragedy. So if Shabbat is the remedy for the weak, the question is, do our children see us taking that medicine? Do they see us enjoying it? Because the only way children come to love Shabbat is if they see us loving Shabbat. So we need to ask ourselves, what does Shabbat look like in our home? Is there excitement? Is there anticipation? Is there joy? Something that I do every Friday night with my children. When I get home, right when I get home from shul, I walk in and I just start singing. And besides for Shalom Aleichem, sometimes we sing a little bit for Shalom Aleichem, and then with Shalom Aleichem, we're singing and we're dancing every single Friday night. And by Kiddush, we're singing and we start, we have a little song to get us ready for Kiddush. So that excitement, that joy, what are ways that we could bring that in? Do we speak about Shabbat like it's a gift or an obligation? There's the famous story that when people came over from Europe and I don't remember the exact Yiddish phrase, but they said, oh, it's schwer to be a Yid. It's not so great to be a Yid. And it was tough because they were losing their jobs every single week because of Shabbat. And many of their children then, when they grew up, didn't keep Shabbat. So do we look at Shabbat? Do our children see us looking at Shabbat as a gift or as an obligation? Can you imagine how different our lives would feel without Shabbat? Our children can sense that answer, even if we never say it. So if we want our children to feel that Shabbat is special, it must feel special. The Shabbat table, number one, should be a real highlight. It should not be a place for lectures or for protocols, but it should be a moment of connection. Ask your children about their week. Talk to them about what matters to them. Add a short Dvar Torah, something that you want to give over some meaning. Maybe play some Parsha trivia game. Sing songs that they actually enjoy. It doesn't have to just be, the ones that are in the ventures, but sing songs that they enjoy. There are so many songs, the Jewish songs right now, that they love. Thank you, Hashem. All those types of songs. The goal is not perfection. The goal is warmth. Number two is to show that we work towards it all week. Shabbat becomes important to our children when it is clearly important to us. When the house is preparing, when we speak about it, when they see that we're excited, it becomes something that they look forward to. Shabbat is the greatest medicine that Hashem has gave us. The best way to raise children who treasure it is to show them that we treasure it as well. If we live Shabbat with joy, with real, relaxation, peace, and connection, our children will grow up believing something very deep. Shabbat is where I feel most at home. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom.